again, we are back this week. So today I have a little bit more of a plan. We are going to do more of a strengthening flow. So what that means is we'll be holding the poses longer, doing a couple drills to build up core strength, and just kind of persevering through the hard stuff. So when it feels like you really just want to get out of that pose, just try and just hang on to it a little bit longer. So that's my goal for today. I hope everyone's having a good week. Let's just get right into it. I don't really have much else to say. It is cold here today. I actually have my heater running. So hopefully that sound isn't too obnoxious. Promise no yelling at my dog or my kids today. I apologize for the shrill screaming at my dog last week. So here we go. Let's get started. Today we're going to start in child's pose. So go ahead and sit back on your mat. Sit back on your heels, knees nice and wide, head down towards the mat, resting on the earth. And go ahead and settle into your breath and find your intention that's going to serve you today. If you have a block, I forgot to say this, you might want it for today's practice. If you don't have a block, find something that's kind of wide that you can hold. A beach towel, a ball will work, anything that kind of has that same form or width, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a block. So grab that if you haven't, and then come back and meet us in child's pose. Ready, slowly walk your hands actually back up so that you're sitting on your knees in hero pose, or Virasana. Tuck your toes under and then sit back on your heels for a pretty intense heel stretch. Bring your hands to heart center. This can be pretty intense for some people. It's just a good way to kind of get the feet stretched out. Get used to being in that discomfort. Drop your tailbone a little bit. Squeeze your ankles together if they have a tendency to kind of splay outward, but they don't need to be touching. What? Oh, right. This is getting too intense for you, then just go ahead and untuck your toes, but if you can sustain it a little bit, go ahead and do that. And then we're going to start taking some deep breaths, keeping your hands in heart center. As you breathe in, feel your chest kind of press out into your thumbs. And as you exhale, feel those thumbs go down on your belly button, suck back towards the back of your body. Breathe like that a few more times. One more breath. Go ahead and untuck those toes. Woo! That is intense. Come back into a tabletop position, hands and knees. We're going to work through a few cat cows. So inhale, drop that belly, chest, collarbones wide. And exhale to cat. Arch that back, belly button in towards your spine. Go through that 5 times, 5 rounds on your own breath. Last one. And on your exhale, tuck your toes, push into a downward facing dog. I have no idea if that was 5 or not. I totally lost count. At least I'm honest about it. Find yourself in your down dog. Do whatever adjustments you need to do. Get the wiggles out. Make sure you're pulling that core up and in your low belly. Lower floating ribs pulling down towards your hips. Creases of your elbows rotating forward. And then when you're ready, just find some stillness in your down dog. And inhale, pull forward into plank. Same thing, kind of find where you need to adjust. Collarbones wide, tailbone tucked a little bit, belly button towards your spine. Shoot some energy out through your heels. A nice, strong, straight line. Gaze should be down at your mat so you're not overextending your neck up or letting your neck be too flex forward, just straight down at your mat. You're going to go down onto your right forearm, then your left forearm. Hold here for a couple breaths. Find that adjustment. Keeping your forearms parallel here. And then go down to your hips, just to get a little reverse for Sphinx pose. So your forearms are still down, you're pulling your chest through your forearms almost, but your arms aren't actually moving, you're just kind of pulling, getting that upper back opening, upper chest opening. Press the tops of your feet down into the mat while you do this. You're like stretching yourself, quartering yourself a little bit. Go ahead and go all the way down to your belly. Slide those hands back behind your ribs. Just to warm up your spine, push up into a few baby cobras on an inhale. Exhale back down. Inhale up. Exhale back down. I like to roll my shoulders down before I inhale into a cobra just to make sure that I'm keeping my neck nice and long. One more. Inhale up. This time sit back down into puppy pose. So you're not sitting back all the way onto your heels, but you're stretching like you were in a child's pose, keeping your hips up in the air. Stretching those shoulders out. You can let your forehead come to the floor, or if you're really bendy in your upper back, rest your chin on your mat. I'm not there. I don't know if I ever will be. And walk your hands up, tuck your toes, and back into downward facing dog. All right. Let's do a little warming up of the shoulders and the core. So, you're gonna raise your right foot up, keeping your hips square here. I'm not trying for a super splitty three-legged dog, just getting a little stretch of that left hamstring. Pull those ribs down, so your core is engaged. You're gonna inhale, and then on an exhale, bring your knee into your nose. Inhale, leg back up. Knee to your right tricep. Hold it there. Exhale, bring your knee to your right wrist crease, but not to the floor. Exhale, pull it back up to your armpit. Inhale to the wrist. Exhale, back up to your armpit. One more time, to the wrist. Exhale to the armpit. And then shift back into your three-legged dog. Take another inhale. Exhale to your knee to your left tricep. Inhale to your wrist crease. Exhale, pull it back up to your tricep. Exhale to the wrist crease. Right, inhale to the wrist crease. Exhale to your tricep. One more time. Wrist, tricep, and push back to down dog. That's tough. Okay. Go ahead and put your foot back down. Shift forward into plank. Go down to chaturanga, cobra or up dog, and down facing dog. All right, left side. Raise that left foot way up, keeping your hips square though. Get a little stretch, enjoy the stretch to your hamstring right here. Make sure you're pulling those ribs in, not splaying out. Inhale, then on exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, back up. Exhale, knee to left tricep. Inhale to your wrist. Exhale all the way back up as high as you can. Inhale to your wrist. Exhale to tricep. Inhale, wrist. Exhale, tricep. And push back into down dog. Keep it in a three-legged dog. Now inhale, exhale, knee to right tricep. Exhale to your wrist. Inhale to your wrist. Why did I get that? Exhale to tricep. Inhale, wrist. Exhale, tricep. Inhale, wrist. Last one, exhale, tricep. And push back. Down dog. Go ahead and put that foot back down. Shift forward to plank. Chaturanga or all the way down to your belly. Cobra or up dog. Shift back to downward facing dog. Nice, guys. Now your core's ready to go. Okay. Let's go through a couple of lunges and sun salutations, and then we'll get back into a flow, okay? Raise that right foot up in the air. Pull all the way through to your chest, and intentionally put it between your feet. Drop that left knee down, untuck your toes in a low lunge. Square those hips off. Tuck your tailbone a little bit to get a nice hip flexor stretch, and keep your hips aligned to the front of your mat. Exhale, bring those arms down to the mat. Tuck your toes, step up to the top. Inhale to flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, stand up. Arms come up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up. Swan dive down. Inhale to flat back. Step that left foot back. Right foot in plank. Chaturanga all the way down to your belly. Cobra or up dog. Downward facing dog. Inhale that left foot up. Pull through into your chest. Intentionally place between your palms. Right knee down and tuck your toes into your low lunge. And find your good alignment here as well. One more breath in, and exhale, hands down. Step up to the top of your mat. Inhale to flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Root to rise. Come all the way up, arms meet overhead, and hands meet at heart center. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, swan back down. Inhale, fingertips. Exhale, step that right foot back. Left foot meets in plank. Chaturanga, or down to your belly. Cobra or up dog. Exhale, down facing dog. Alright, now we're going to go into our crescent lunge. Inhale that right foot up. Pull that knee into your chest. Set it down with intention. Keep that back knee up. And bring up into the crescent lunge. Align those hips. So both hip points are pointing straight forward. I'm going to have you straighten that right knee out. And bend back into it. Sink back in. Straighten up on an inhale. Exhale, bend that front knee. 2 more times. Inhale up. Exhale, bend back in. Inhale, straight leg. Exhale, bend. And hold it. A couple more breaths. Exhale, bring those hands down. Step up to the front of your mat. Flat back. Fold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, flat back. And then step back, go through your vinyasa. And then I'll meet back down in downward facing dog for a few breaths. Your next inhale, left foot way up. Pull it through to your chest and set it down. Bring it up into a crescent lunge. Make your alignment adjustments. Hold that low belly in. Okay, we're going to straighten that right or left leg, excuse me, and sink back down. Straighten up and sink back down. Keep your alignment. Straighten up. Exhale, bend that left knee. One more. Straighten up. Bend that left knee down, down, down. Super deep and hold. Exhale your hands down to the mat. Step that right foot up. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Root to rise. Bring those arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands down. Forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Step back into your vinyasa. We're going to work on jumping a little bit. So, because I kind of touched on this last week, but I want to make sure I'm going to go through it. I think it's a great way to build up strength and stamina for your handstands. So what you want to do is we're just going to do little hops. Okay, so you're going to kind of look at your space between your hands and your feet. And you're basically going to try and hop up to your hands in 3 hops. Okay, so you're going to raise up on your tippy toes, look between your palms, bend your knees, and then just hop up a third of the way. Between your palms, up on your tippy toes, bend your knees, 2/3 of the way. Last one, you're almost there. Up on your tippy toes, bend your knees, hop the rest of the way. That one's the hardest one. Up on your fingertips, fold forward. Raise up. Hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive back down. And now, inhale, flat back. Plant your palms. You're going to pop back the same way. So you're just going to kind of shift forward, hop a third of the way back. Shift forward, hop 2/3 of the way back. Now you can bend your knees on your land. Shift forward, bend those knees, last one. All the way back to down dog. And hang out. Okay. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to do it in 2 jumps. Okay, so you're going to jump halfway and then the whole way. So inhale up on your toes, bend those knees, halfway up, bend those knees. Up on your toes, bend those knees the rest of the way. Good. Inhale to flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Roll up, arms up overhead. Hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, back down. Inhale to flat back. Plant those palms. Raise up on your toes, shift forward, halfway back. Bend those knees. Go up on your toes. Bend, hop all the way back to downward facing dog. Okay. Take a couple breaths here. We're going to do 3 jumps. but you're gonna jump all the way up and then you're gonna jump all the way back. Just to kind of get a feel for it. If you get some hang time, great. You should be trying to gaze a little bit forward of your hands so that your hips are wanting to shift that far forward. Okay? If you don't make it in the first hop, that's okay. And I want you to hop forward and then back to down dog. We're gonna do that 3 times. If you get a little hang time in handstand, if you like to do kind of like a tuck, you get some hang time, that works. Sometimes people like to do like a, what is that called? Like frog jumps. So the soles of your feet are together. Gives you a little bit more balance. Do what feels good to you. All right, you guys? So up on your toes, look between your palms. Bend those knees. Float forward. Inhale, flat back. Plant the palms. Jump all the way back to the back of your mat. Okay, that was not bad, right? Up to your toes. Bend the knees, jump all the way forward. Inhale, flat back. Forward fold. Plant the palms, jump all the way back to down dog. Okay, one more. Inhale, up between your palms, bend those knees, hop, up. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Plant those palms, jump all the way back to downward facing dog. Good. You just gotta do little things here and there to increase your confidence being upside down on your hands. Okay. Let's go through a couple sun salutation aids. Actually, you know what? Let's do a vinyasa. Forward to plank. All the way down. Bring your hands back down by your side for a second. My arms need a little break. Let's do a little lift into locust. So raise just your hips, your chest up off the floor, legs, arms reach way back towards your toes. And exhale back down. Back of hands on the mat. Raise your chest up. Legs come up. Arms reach way back towards your pinky toes. And exhale. Hands down by your ribs. Up by your ribs. Go up into a cobra. And back to downward facing dog. So however you want to get to the front of your mat for sun salutations aids, go ahead and do that. Step or hop. Practice hopping. You can keep going with that. If you're more comfortable with stepping, do that. We're gonna do 3 sun aids. Hands up on your toes. Bend those knees, hop forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Root to rise. Inhale, arms way up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Plant the palms, step or hop back into plank or chaturanga. Up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale up on your toes. Bend your knees, hop or step forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up. Swan back down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, just plank chaturanga. Or whatever, go through your vinyasa. Couple breaths here and down dog. Inhale up on your toes. Bend those knees, hop or step forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, it's up overhead. Exhale, hands heart center. Inhale, arms up. Swan dive down. Inhale, flat back. Plant the hands, go for your fingernails. All right, I think we're ready to flow. I don't feel like doing some of these, but I do want to turn my hair off. So I'm sufficiently more. Sorry. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna raise that right leg up. Maybe it's going a little higher now because you're super warm. Maybe it's not, that's okay too. Pull that knee into your chest. Set that foot down. Spin your back heel down. Let's do warrior one to start. So your hips are pointing forward, shoulders are pointing forward. You're wrapping that back leg so that the outer edge of your foot is planted. Keep rotating those hips forward. Pull that belly button in. Open into warrior two. Change your alignment if you need to. I like a heel to arch for this. Feel those left ribs pulling back and your right ribs pulling forward. You're going to reach that arm forward and arch back into a peaceful warrior. Bring that elbow to your forearm to your thigh for an easy extended angle. Inhale up, peaceful. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, peaceful warrior. And on this side angle, you can go on down to the floor if that's available to you. Think of your right sitting bone pulling straight back towards the arch of your left foot. Breathe your shoulder blades away from your head, from your ears, from your head. I guess your ears are on your head, so I wasn't totally wrong. If you have binds in your practice, reach that left arm behind your back. Reach for your right thigh. Open that spine up. And then if you want a little extra, go for the full bind. Reaching underneath your right leg, your right arm. And stay here. Okay, both hands are gonna come down to the inside of your right foot. Walk your right foot to the outer edge of your mat. Walk your left foot in just a little bit and twist over to the right for a little bit of a counter stretch after that bind. Bring your right hand back down. Spin that back heel down. You can realign your right foot wherever you want it and come up very nicely into a warrior two. We're working on building that strength. This time you're going to shift up. Try not to do that. To an eagle pose. So you're gonna wrap the left leg over the right, left arm under your right arm. into eagle pose. Unwrap your leg, but don't put that foot down. Shoot that left leg straight back into a warrior three. Keep your arms wrapped here. Keep that left hip rolling down towards the floor. Elbows squeezing together, forearms squeezing together. If you're wobbling, that's awesome. Slowly set that left foot down. Keep your arms in eagle. But you're gonna be in kind of warrior two here. I guess warrior one, I don't know. Warrior two would be this, right? I don't know. Okay, go ahead and be whichever way you feels good to you. And make sure you're really, really aligning. If your legs aren't burning, good for you. Mine are. Bring your arms out into a normal warrior two. You're gonna reach one more time, peaceful warrior. Cartwheel those hands down. Frame your foot. Step that right foot back to the left. You're going to shift put your feet together. Go into a side plank on your left arm, right arm's going up. Push those hips up. Keep your belly button pulling into your spine. Don't arch into that lower back. And gently put that right hand down. Go through your vinyasa if you need it. Or just meet us in down dog. Okay. That was kind of a lot. I'm sorry if that was too much. Let's see if I can remember it for the other side. Ready to do the other side? All right, lift that left leg up. Hold it there for just a moment, keeping those hips nice and square. And exhale, pull that left knee in. Set that foot down, spin the back heel down. Warrior one first. Make sure in warrior one you're pulling that belly button into. It's really easy to kind of want to arch your back, your lower back, but don't allow that. Your body doesn't always know what's right in this case. When you're ready, open into warrior two. Change your foot alignment if you feel like you need to. And then address the alignment of your hips, ribs, arms, gaze. You want a peaceful warrior now. Left arm sweeps up overhead, right hand down the right leg. Left forearm to thigh. Reach over, nice and easy. One more time. Reach over, peaceful. I don't know why I said one more time, because it's not. Forearm to thigh. Side angle. Last time. Peaceful warrior. And this time go all the way down into your extended side angle. Now this is a good place to use a block if you can't, I'm shaky. Go all the way down to the floor in your side angle. Gives you some space. Tell yourself you're strong and you can do this if you're feeling extra wobbly like me. Sometimes our bodies will tell you you can't do something, but they can. They can do a lot. If you did the bind on the other side, go ahead and get into that now. I'm not going to do the full bind on this side because I don't think my leg can take it. So I'm just going to do a half bind here. Reach, come out of the bind. Bring your hands to the inside of your left foot. Walk that left foot out. Hang out here for a second. Move that right foot, right hand to the center and twist over to the left side for a nice little counter stretch. Okay, what do we do here? That's right. Okay. You're going to come back into warrior two. And then ever so gracefully, you're going to step up without putting that right foot down. I can't do it. Wrap that right foot over for eagle wrap. Right arm under left. And hang out an eagle for a second. Keep those forearms squeezing. And unwrap. Shoot that right leg straight back. And square hips for warrior three. And very intentionally, bring that foot back into your warrior position. Arms forward. Let's just go ahead and just send 2 arms forward. Arms open out into warrior two. Last time, peaceful warrior. Feel that nice stretch. Cartwheel those hands down. Step back into plank. Roll to the outside of your right foot for side plank on the right. Lifting those hips up, pulling that belly button in, and breathe. Gently put that left hand down. And I think go through your vinyasa. I don't remember. I forgot something on that side. Forgive me. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna do one more drill here. I think we're done with the flow part. And then we'll do some core work. And then a nice Shavasana. It's coming. And we have our back bends today too, guys. Oh, I'm hot now. I was freezing when I came down here. Okay. Let's actually, so you're going to walk your hands a little bit closer to your feet, not too much. And we're going to do, I think people call these like turbo dogs or dog push-ups. You're essentially going to pull your elbows into each other, bend, 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 like you're going to go into a dolphin pose, end up in dolphin pose, and then push back out of the shoulders. Wrap those triceps back as you squeeze your elbows into each other to dolphin. Push back up into down dog. Wrap those elbows. Settle down dolphin. Push back up into down dog. do 5 more of those, okay? Down to the forearms. Push back up. The whole time pushing your chest back towards your legs. Wrap those elbows. Push back up. Wrap those elbows. Push back up. Wrap those elbows. Push back up. 2 more. Wrap, 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 wrap. Push, 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 push. Last one. Push, 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 push. And then go ahead and go back into child pose. Rest. I'm going to put my arms down by my side. I hope if you're doing this with me, you're not like, wow, this is super easy. What a swim with her. I wanted to do a strength flow today, and I got it. So, go me. All right, guys. Go ahead and come back up into your downward facing dog. We're going to walk our feet back again. Our hands back again. So almost like to the middle of the mat. You can practice your jumping if you want. If you do jump throughs, go for it. We're gonna end up in seated somehow. This is where our blocks are gonna come in handy. Okay. So actually, you know what? Let's do back bends first. And get that out of the way. And then we'll end up on our back. So we'll go ahead and roll back down. We'll do a bridge first. And then if you want to do full wheel for your second and third, that's up to you. Or just stay in bridge. However you see fit. Okay? When you're ready, push those hips up towards the ceiling. Clasp those arms, hands underneath. Pull those shoulder blades in. Squeeze those legs together. If you want to use a block between your knees, it's a little late now, but you can do it on the next one. Unclasp those hands. Slowly lower down. Go ahead, take a couple deep breaths. And then if you're ready for a full wheel, set up for full wheel. If you'd like to do another bridge, go ahead and do that. Whenever you're ready, just go ahead. Tuck your chin if you're in full wheel to get down. Come on back down to your back. Hug your knees into your chest. Put those feet down. Windshield wiper those knees. We have one more. If you want an extra challenge in this one, let's do a good shoulder strengthener for push-ups and handstands. We're gonna do essentially wheel pose push-ups. So just gonna bend your arms as much as you can and then push back up. We'll do 5 if we can. That sounds like not that many, but it's gonna feel like a lot, okay? If you just wanna stay in bridge, you can grab one of your blocks and do a restorative bridge. If that doesn't sound like a good time for you. But since I just say strengthening flow today, that's what I'm gonna do. All right, so go ahead. Get into your bridge or your wheel, however you see fit. Might take a little bit longer than probably normal people do. If you're ready in bridge, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That wasn't so bad. Oh, yeah. Come on down. Pull those knees in. Roll side to side. Massage your back a little bit. I'm like dreading doing any core stuff, you guys. But I'm gonna do it. Okay. Just gotta catch my breath a little bit. So this is where you need your block. If you don't have a block, a beach towel will do, whatever. But grab your block, go back on down to your back. You're gonna have your hands clasped behind your head just to keep your chest and neck out of it for the time being. Go ahead and keep, so your block is between your feet on the smallest width. Flex your feet, squeeze that block with your feet. And take an inhale, and on an exhale, lower your feet halfway to the floor. Keeping your low back down to the floor, and then inhale up. Exhale, feet halfway down. Inhale back up. Exhale, feet halfway down. Inhale up. If you can't go halfway down like I can't, without your back kind of starting to peel up off the mat, go to that point. Keep pulling your belly button in towards your spine. You're gonna do 10 more of those on your own. I can't talk and do that one, so go ahead. I'm on 10. Go ahead and grab your block. Relax just a second. Okay, now, if you have your block in your hands, cool. You're gonna ready, bring your block. Oh, my shoulder's not happy apparently. Okay, I have to just talk you guys through this one. All right, I can't go all the way over my head, so all right, bring your block over your head, feet over, right over your hips, feet flexed. You are going to raise your shoulder blades up off the mat, put your block between your feet, and then you're gonna lower everything down. Bring it back up, grab your block, lower just your arms. Shoulder blades up, place the block, lower feet and hands. Everything back up, grab the block, lower just your hands. Shoulder blades up, place it between your feet, feet and hands lower. And everything up, feet stay up, lower just your shoulders. Place that block up, everything down. Raise everything back up, feet stay up, just lower those arms. 5 more of these. I can't count. Is that 3? Keep going. I'm dying. Okay, I can do one more. Shoulder blades up. Okay, that's enough of that. Okay. All right, let's have one more for you guys. A little obliques, and then I swear we're done. Go ahead and hug your knees in. Roll up. You roll like a ball, kind of not coming all the way up, but into like a boat pose, half boat. And then you're going to stop in boat. You're going to grab your block. You're going to tap to the right and to the left. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Keep going. I'm losing my voice behind me. Oh, keep going. One more. And stop. Set your block off to the side. Roll onto your back and then just flip onto your stomach for a little bit of a counter stretch. Roll that work we just did. Push up into cobra a few times. Keep those hips down. It's just more of a counter stretch. Stretch those abs out. Oh, I'm really losing my voice all of a sudden. Last one. And back down. And go ahead and flip onto your back. Not very flowy, but if you'd like to take a different Shavasana, I'm going to do with my legs in Baddha Konasana or butterfly pose. So my feet are touching and my knees are kind of falling up inside. I like to use my blocks just for support. Put one hand on your belly and one hand on your heart. Slow your breathing down a little bit. If you don't have blocks, pillows or bolsters work really well. That's supposed to be a comfortable pose, not a big stretchy pose. Keep your eyes closed and just don't overly focus on your breath. Just breathe as you normally would. And feel it as it starts to maybe slow down and you start to kind of sink into your mat. You're welcome to move into a traditional corpse pose with your legs out straight and your arms straight too. You do not have to stay here. Whatever feels good to your body. But do stay in Shavasana. I'm actually going to read you guys a poem, or not really a poem. I don't really know what to call these. It's from a book called Heart Talk by Cleo Wade. I love this book. It's one of those books that I just sometimes need to pick up and read a page in, and it makes me feel better if I just kind of need an attitude adjustment. So I'm going to do a reading from that today for your listening pleasure. Your life experiences are only as valuable as your ability to turn them into life lessons. We cannot always control what happens to us, but we always have the power to leave any situation feeling stronger and wiser than we were before. There is an education waiting for us within all of our experiences. We just have to decide what we do with it. Choose to allow what you go through to fuel your growth rather than to stunt it. I think that's relevant all the time, but definitely currently. So, hope that speaks to you in some way. When you're ready, go ahead and roll onto your side. Keep your eyes closed here. And then push up into a comfortable seated position. You can have your hands resting on your thighs. Bring your hands to heart center. Thank you guys for practicing with me today. I hope you feel stronger and can get through the rest of your day / weekend / week with a little bit of confidence and knowing that you can get through something and learn from it.